Welcome to episode number 2 of The Good, the Bad and Ugly of the Asian Speakers and Trainers. Yesterday, episode 1, I talked about the God trainers who are telling the students these people out there are scammers. So in this episode, I would like to talk about again the God trainers, and guess what these trainers have told the students? Well, you know what? These guys out there are not practitioners. They're actually trainers. And guess what happens is that he will say that, you know what, I'm different from them because I am a practitioner. I am a businessman and entrepreneur. Perhaps this is a very typical way of them framing themselves better than these people. And these people who are so-called the trainer or mentor's mentor, they actually earn their money by training other people to speak. And as a result, they are not the real deal. And I am a different person because I am not a trainer's trainer. In fact, I do not call myself a trainer. I don't call myself a speaker. I am a practitioner, who is a businessman first and trainer second. And as a result, it sounds very logical that the God trainer would say, hey, you know what? Watch out for these people because what they are telling you may be just a theory and these principles they taught you will not work. Whereas for me, because I learned from my experience, I learned from a hardcore real life experience. So what I'm sharing with you guys right now is actually something that works. Now, I have no discredit. I'm not claiming anything about who is better than the other. The reason why I'm doing this particular episode is to let you know that you, as a person who is a God trainer, who has this abundance mindset, should never ever put somebody else down, because by doing that you are not being abundant mind. And I will say one more time, never ever consider putting someone else down just to boost your ego, just to lift yourself up, just to say, okay, you know what, I am different from the others. So how does it apply to you in your case? If you are students or you are pupils, you are obviously a person who is now in the room listening to the God trainers. Now I will ask you 2 questions. Number 1, why would he or she put the other guys down? What's the purpose? What's the outcome? Now this is a very interesting question because in real life, how many of you realize that in order for me to feel good, I can choose to make myself feel better, or I can actually put someone else down. That makes me relatively feel better. How many of you can relate to this? So question number 1, you want to ask yourself, why does this God trainer claim that the other guys are trainers and therefore they are not real deal? I will tell you that the ones that I actually embrace, the trainers, they're actually not just trainers. They have actually got the businesses behind the scene, but they just choose not to tell it to the students. Because if I'm actually training you how to speak, training you how to become a better trainer, what's the point of telling you behind the scene? I invest in other businesses. I have joint ventures. I've also got some real estates behind the scene. What's the relevance of doing that? So when you listen to the God trainers saying that these guys are actually trainers, mentors, and they are not the real deal, you've got to understand that they may not know even what's happening behind the scene. In other words, have they actually got the full facts of the case before they actually make that kind of statement? So number 1. Number 2, you want to ask yourself this question. Why would the God trainer claim that they are the practitioners, they are the real deal? And in order to do that, they must demonstrate their experiences. Yes, I'm not saying again that these guys are wrong. Absolutely, they teach the experiences, which is what I'm doing as well. However, having said that, if they say they are operating in an abundance mindset, you see, what they say out from the mouth and the action, does this sound congruent? It's like I'm telling you that I'm a vegetarian, but behind the scene, I'm actually eating meat. Oh my God, that's not very cool, isn't it? So when a person says something on stage and the things that he or she does behind the scene are very different, that's what we call not congruent. And that's the reason why God trainers and speakers are people who what they talk on stage, you may think that's the case, but behind the scene, they're actually not doing the same thing. So please beware of the God trainers. And thank you for watching episode number 2. And comment below if you have any things that you would like to share as a result of this particular episode. And in episode 1, we talk about these people's trainers, the scammers. In this episode, we talk about, hey, watch out for these guys. They are not the real practitioners I am. So watch out all these behaviors of the God trainers. And once again, thank you for watching episode 2 of the good, the bad, and ugly of the speakers and trainers in Asia. I'll see you in episode number 3. Bye for now.